Yes, hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. This is teacher Matwa Benard, a teacher of ICT. So today we are going to do a practical designing of websites using HTML tags. And for just some information, I'll keep on referring you to the previous videos so that you at least watch the previous videos that I uploaded so that you get to know what all the way that we are going forward, because you might just go into a video, you don't know how we did things in the previous one. So it's better you watch the previous videos as you continue to the proceeding ones. So in the previous video I published was about things you're supposed to consider when you're going to design a website using HTML, and I'll be referring some other things to that video for this one. So without wasting time, let's begin designing a website, and we shall do it in interactive way, whereby I'll be referring to some document or some notes that I made so that we go step by step. Okay, we shall begin by now seeing the structure of the website, and here it is. So the basics of HTML tags by me, teacher Matwa Benard. So we are going to go step by step, and we shall handle everything within this document. As you can see, this document is having 7 pages. So we are going to handle everything step by step, and remember, as I show you some of the things that you're supposed to put into consideration, you are supposed to be having a computer. So it will be so nice you watching this video as you practice. You are supposed to have also, number 2, you're supposed to have a software for designing that website, of which at the moment we are going to use the HTML tags. And also the file extension is supposed to be saved as html.html. We are going to see how we are going to use these brackets and all other tags. So you'll just be referring to the previous videos. The first requirement, I have a computer, so that's it. Let's begin. So here, and remember, we are going to use Notepad. For you to use Notepad, you just come in the search here and you say you want Notepad, and we click in it. So what we are going to do, we are going to first of all design the structure of the HTML. As you can see here, this is the HTML structure, whereby we have the exclamation mark doctype.html, then we follow the HTML, then we put the title, the body, close the body. Then so let me first design the structure of the web page. So say this doc type .html, and we close it. So that is the first one. Then if we go to the next one, we say we open HTML. After opening HTML, what we go next, we are going to work on the title also. Let me put it here, the title of the page, how it's supposed to look like. Let's say like we shall save the file name as index.html. So as for this, I want when it is appearing here at the title bar of the search engine of the web browser, it gives us a name called the let me say our first page. Our first page. Then we close the title. Remember, whenever you open, you are supposed to close. So this is the title is done, and now we are going to open the body. Say body, and the body, let's close it from here. Let's close it from here. We close the body, and from here we close the HTML. So this is the basic structure of the web page, and from here every page that you make, this structure is supposed to be there. For this one, the title of put, because I want it to portray in the title bar of the web browser, and for this case we are using Microsoft Edge. So this is it, and remember, just for some reference, the HTML describes the text between HTML and closing HTML describes the web page. That is it. The body, this is the visible page content. The text between this one, H1 is the heading, P is the paragraph, then title is the one that we want it to appear on top here. So let's go back here, and here I want this web page to be saved as index.html. Remember, in our requirement we said that number 4, all files to be used in the web process or designing a web page or a page or a website are meant to be put in one folder. So before that, let me create a folder into our computer and we shall save it there. So let me create a folder. Just right click on a desktop, then you say new, and you come here to folder. This folder, let me call it practice. Then this is down the folder name. I open it by just pressing enter, and now we are having our web page, this file. So we just save it by pressing Ctrl S, and now it will, the computer will direct us where do we want to save it. We want to save it in desktop, and in desktop we want to save it in practice folder called practice, and here we want the file name to be index.html. So this is the file name, index, and the file extension is .html. Then we save. So this one is saved. Remember, here the body, the text between the body is the visible page content. So at the moment here we do not have anything in the body, and if we are to run it, we come to our folder here. This is the folder that we created. It's called practice. So when you open the folder called practice, you see this is the web page that we have made, and when you open it, and as you can see here, the icon has even changed. Remember, we have put the file extension as .html. So the file icon has changed to this one of the Microsoft Edge. So if we are to open it, you see the web page is empty, is not having anything, because we didn't put anything in the body section. And just a reminder, here remember we had put our page title. We want our page title like the file title to be our first page. And as you can see here, this is our first page. Remember, the file name we saved it as index.html. But now the title of that page, when you open that page in a web browser, the title which shows on top of at the title bar of the web browser is our first page. So this is generally the structure and putting the title. So if you have to go to the next one, this is the title. And in case you want to put anything inside, like for example, the heading. If you want to put the heading, you come to Notepad. I remember saying in the previous videos that the headings range from heading 1 to heading 6. The first heading appears to be big as the preceding ones are reduced in size. Let me show it to you practically. Let me say this is heading 1. Let me give still my name, Matwa Benard. I close the tag of heading 1. Let me put it in lowercase. Yeah, so I'm going to copy and at the moment, let me save it. And I come here to our page. You just press F5 to refresh. F5 in your keyboard. So you see, it has given my name, Matwa Benard. So this is the first heading. Let me copy this heading to be 6. By that, I just say, let me say copy, that is Control C, then paste, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these ones are 6 headings. So let me edit them here. This is heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and finally heading 6. So this side also heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and finally heading 6. So you save whatever you do, you save so that it can portray in the web browser. At the moment, we had only this content, this information. Actually, let me put it in the center so that how to put in the center is also part of the video I'm going to show you later. So let me put it at the center. And for this center, to save time, let me say I want to copy it, and I close it here. Control V. Remember to close by putting the slash sign. The slash sign shows the closing of the tag. Remember, every command that you put, every tag that you put, you're supposed to put in the bracket, and we have the V bracket of the less than and greater than sign. So I'll put it to be placed in the center because I want it to be shown in the middle of the web page. So remember, I put 6 headings. I just want to show you the effect of the more you write the headings, the more they reduce in their sizes. So from here, you just say refresh, that is F5, or you can come here in this icon and you click. So as you can see here, the sizes have changed. I didn't save. Let me see here once again. Yeah, I did not save it when I had written center. So you saw the effect. The moment you do not save, the effect will not appear there. So I have put in the center, and you can see the first heading appears big, the second So the more you write headings, they keep on reducing in size. So that's it. And in case you want to, let me put this. In case you want to put a paragraph, you can put a paragraph here. Let us remain with only one heading. A paragraph, its tag is you open the what? The bracket, you put P. We can say something about me. Let me say I'm a teacher of ICT and entrepreneurship. So from there, I have to close the paragraph by doing this. Yeah, so the paragraph has been closed. Remember, all these are working in the effect of center. We have positioned them in the center of the web page. So we can put here, we just say save. You can come here as well and you say save, and you come here, you refresh. So you can see here what has come. I'm a teacher of ICT and entrepreneurship. So you can see here the first letter is small letters, is because we have used the same, it shows just the same information. If I'm to put A, let me say in capital letters, I save and I refresh here, it will also portray a capital letter. So that's it. I'm a teacher of ICT of entrepreneurship. Let me just add something in. Let me put in both. Let me say for both, or for both, or and a level. So this is it, and I save it, and here I just see refresh. You just press F5 in your keyboard, F5. So the information has come. So that is the structure of the web site. In other words, the HTML structure. Remember, whatever you design, whatever content you want to portray or to be displayed in a web page, you are supposed to put in the body section. So that's it. We have seen now the structure of the HTML tag. So the next one, we come here. You have seen how to put the heading, how to put the paragraph, how to put the title, where the title is meant to be. So for the next one, we come here. Linking web pages. How do you link the web pages? This one is the tag for linking web pages. And at the moment, let me design another page. So I can come here. I still say I want the notepad, and now the notepad, I want it to be called, but for the matter of time, let me just use this one. I just copy it. I want to copy the structure so that I paste it there. So to save time, copy, and I put here, paste. Remember in our so remember in our web page, the first one that we made, our first page, it had this content: Matwa Benard, I'm a teacher of ICT and entrepreneurship for both O and A level. So for here, I want to remove this content in the body. Let me just enlarge a bit, and I think let me put them to be side by side so that we can easily see the effects of what happens. So for here, I want to remove the content in the paragraph. I'm going to put another content in the paragraph, the name. So this one, the title of the page, let me say this is our second page. And in our second page, let me give a name like the heading. Let me say the heading, linking HTML, linking web pages. So in the paragraph, a paragraph just defines the heading. In the paragraph, let me say this is how we link different web pages in a website. So this is it, and let me give I'm copying this because I want to save it as the file name. So from here we come here, we save it. And how do you want to save it? So we put it like this, we paste, and we say, remember, never forget to put the file extension. We put .html, and we are still saving it in the practice folder, so we save it there. It's already saved. So now we can come here to our practice folder. As you can see, it has made this web page has been made. It's here. So to open it, you just right click and you say open with, then you say want to open it with the at this moment it's with the notepad. The notepad is open, so we just open direct so that it goes to the web browser. In this case is Microsoft Edge. You just open it and you can see now linking web pages. This is our second page. Remember, our first page is this one. This is our first page, and this one is our second page. Our first page was Matwa Benard, I'm a teacher of entrepreneurship for both O and A level. Our second page is linking web pages. Then the information, the paragraph that defines the heading. This is how we link web pages in a website. So to link the web pages, you are supposed to put an information or in form of a text. It can be a button, so that when a user clicks in that information that you have put, it takes you to the other page. So at this moment, I'm going to create a link in our first page. So our first page, I open it. Remember, our first page, I said the file name was index.html. So I open it with the notepad, and remember here, this one is the code for putting the link. So for this case, I'd put this is the website for Okusitama University. That's where I graduated from. So from here, I want us to put some information here that we are going to use as a link. So we can put here like click here to go to the next page. Click here to go to the next page. So we want this information to be linked. In other words, if a user clicks in that information, it's supposed to take in the next page. We can not assign it to be either a heading or a paragraph, but we just want to leave it as a text. Let me give it some space so that we differentiate from others. So from here, the moment we save it, it will just show the way we have done. Remember, it's in the body. So when you refresh, it will come here. So we want this information. When a user clicks in this information, it takes us to the next page. And from here, we shall use this. Now this the link to make this information. Remember, for something to be a link, when you click in it, it's supposed to direct you to another page or another area, and a link is usually highlighted either blue color and it's usually underlined. So let's make this information to be a link. So we can say, we open and say href, we say equals, we want it to go to the other page. We can say, let's remember, for me I had copied the name of the page, the name of the other web page. So how we link different web pages .html. Then we close, and this side let me make it so that we can see well. Let's make it broad, and this side we close the link, and after that we save. So this one we have made. Now this information, the moment the user, this one, when we save and we run it, you can see it has changed the color to blue and it has been underlined. In other words, when a user clicks in this information, it takes us to our second page, and our second page we named it as how we link different web pages. So, and by that you can see from here we are linking this first page to the second page. So this is it, we have created a link. So for us to go to the second page that we made, and we called it how we link different web pages .html, we just click here instead of working in the tab. Let me enlarge. Instead of working in the tab here, so we just click here and it will take us to the second page. Let me hope you have understood. Okay, so we have not, in our second page, we have not put a link to take us back to the first page. So what I'm going to do, I want to also create a link in our second page, so that when a user clicks in that page, it takes us to the first page that we made. So let me come here in our pages. I right click. I want to open it using Notepad so that I can make changes. So from here, let me give an information like click here to go back to the first page. Remember, we have only made 2 pages, so I can save it just to show you that the information has already been shown. It is here. So click here to go back to the first page. So we are going to work on it here. Let me also give it some space so that we differentiate. So here we are going to create a link whereby we open and we say a href equals, we open quotes, then we want to link it to the first page. Remember our first page, we named it as index.html. So remember here we're working on the second page. So we want to link this information that you see here. When a user clicks in it, it goes to index.html. So we close the double quotes, and now we also close the opening of the link, and here at the end we close the link. So just press Ctrl Z and we now see this one. So from here you just say refresh. So we have made our web pages active. Remember, our website is a collection of web pages which are linked together. So if we are to go to this, I want us to work. This is our first page. Click here to go back to the first page. So let me open our first. However much it's like this. Click. This is our second page. When I click here, it takes us back to the first page. And if this is our first page, as you can see here, name. If I'm to click here, it will take us to our second page. So these are the logics, and let me first close everything and I show you something. Endeavor to be saving your tags. So here I'm not having anything open. So this is our folder. I just want to now to give to you the explanation of how beneficial it is to work or to make all your work in one folder so that they can easily communicate. So for example, I have opened the first page that we made, that was index.html. So however much I've not opened the other second page, I can get access to the second page by just using this link. I just remember, you see here, this is our first page. Click here to go to the next page. I can just click, it takes us to the next page, and that is our second web page. So that is it. Let me go to the history, S4. So we have seen how we create web pages in our website, and we have seen the structure and its description, and also we have seen how to link different web pages together. So that's it. Remember, this is the tags for linking the web pages. Where you are seeing this link of the website, you just put the name of the page that you want to link to. Like as we have seen in our web pages, the one we have made. Let me go to our notepad. We linked and we said we want to go to the page that we want. This is we want it to link to this page. And the information that is displayed inside that particular web page is this. In other words, when a user clicks in this information, it takes us to this page. So that's how it works. And now we are going to the next one, how to insert an image in a website, in a web page. So this is also the syntax of how you insert a page, an image in the web page. And you keep in mind, you're supposed to know the file extension of that image. And never forget, you are supposed to write the exact name of that image or the exact name of that picture. In case you do some alternation with the spelling, you will not get the result that you want. So let's see how we import a picture inside a web page. So this is the code. You open and you say IMG. IMG is an abbreviation of the image. Then SRC, that is, it means source. In other words, image source equals, you open quotes, then you put inside the name of that image. And you are supposed to assign also the width of that image and also the height. If you don't assign the width and the height, you see the picture very big inside the web page. So let's do it. So at the moment, as you can see, this is our folder, but I've only made these two web pages. So I've not put any image. So let me get an image from here. Let me say I want to this one, and which one else, and this one. I copy them and I paste them in our folder that we have made. So we are having two images there. One is passport photo and another one is web designing. So we are going to import at least one image in each page. So let me begin with this one. Let me close these ones down here. So let me begin with the index page. The index page, I want to, it was our first page, I want to put in my passport photo. So with this, to get the exact name, for me, I usually prefer copying and pasting, whereby I just press F2 to rename and I press copy. I come here in index, I say open with the notepad. Open with notepad, and we want to put an image there. So let's put it on top of this link. So let me give it a space so that we can see here. You say you want to put an image, you say IMG, that is for image, SRC, that is image source. We want equals, open quotes. I paste the name of the photo that I want. Then I put dot. The file extension of the photo. Let me show you the file extension of the photo, passport photo. Let me open for the photo so that you can see. This is my photo. This is the photo that I want to import inside the first page that we have made. So the file extension is JPG. So come here, we say .jpg. So this is the file extension is now sorted. I want to show you, if you have not assigned, remember here, if you have not assigned any measurement of the width and the height, what happens? I told you that the image will appear very big. So from here, after showing the image, we want this, then you close, put the slash and you close it, and after that you come here and you save. So it's already done. So we come here to our, let me work on it side by side. We come here to our, this is our, no, let's go back to our second. You see, this is the image that we have imported. It's already in the web page. So you can see it is is big, and if for us to resize it, we can assign it to have the width. Let me put it side by side. We can say image what. So I want the width to be like, let me say, okay, let's say 500. Then the height to be let's say 700. So from here we 5 and we say not edit 5 and we save. So we come here, I want to open it wide so that you see when we refresh, you see the size kinda increases, because traditionally the passport photo was small. And from here you can make changes to very many things. You can say the width, we want it to be like very big, let's say like 1000. Then we save. When we save, you come here and you refresh, you see the impact. So this is how you import the image, and this is the coding at the moment. Remember, image source is equals to which image do you want, the passport photo, and you put the file extension, then you assign it the width and also the height. So that's it. Let's also import a photo in our second page. As you can see here, there is some, this information is just besides the photo. For us to make it go to the next line, we use the break, as we are going to. Anyway, let's just do it now. For this information to go to the next line, you come here and you say, you can just say BR. We want it to go to the next line, not like a continuation to our web, to our photo. Then you say BR, then you come here. I want you to see the impact of this information. Let me first see decrease on the size of the height so that we can see very well. Let me see the height to 500. So here, the moment we refresh this, click to go to the next page, is supposed to come down after the page. Then you see it has come down. So for us to click, go to the next page. Yes, so this our second page. I want us to also put an image there. So for us to do this, also go to its coding section. We come here, open with Notepad. And here we want to put an image. And for this case, we say image source is equals, and now I want us to put this image of web, designing. For me, if I just press F2 to act like as if I want to rename, and instead copy that name. I come here to the notepad. I say I want to paste it here. The file extension, let's see, the file extension is also JPG. So I come here and you say .jpg, you close with the quotes, and after that you also have, as for the moment, you now see how to assign it the height and the width. So if you are to close it, we save. Let it to be aside. We save. So this is our second page. You just see. As you can see, this is the picture of the website that we have made. So we are supposed to resize it. So we can come here. We assign it the width. Let's assign it the width. Using HTML tags is also case sensitive, and when you write a wrong spelling, you are not going to get it what you want. Let's assign it like let's assign it as 700. Then height, let's also assign it as like 500. And from here you just file, you save, and after saving you come here and you refresh. I want the coding to be seen from the side. So okay, I refresh. You can see the size reduces, and to make this directive to go to the next line, let me give you another thing to show you that it's a link. The moment you put the cursor on this, I want you to see what will happen here, the directive that will happen in this region. So the moment I put the cursor on it, you see there is a directive here that shows you. So for us to put this information, click here to go back to the first page. To appear under the image, you use the BR, in other words the break, to go to the next line, and put it space, and we put inside BR. You save. After saving, you refresh, and now it has come and here. In other words, we have linked our two pages. So this is our second page. You can say click here to go back to the first page. It takes us back to the first page, and then I say here click here to go to the next page. As you can see now, we are building slowly. So as you can see, it's so interactive, and designing using HTML codes is a simple thing, and when you learn it well, you'll do something very productive, and it's the backbone. So we have seen the structure of HTML, the codings. We have seen how to create links. After that, we have seen how to also import images in our website, and also we have seen the application of the break BR. Its effect is to make something to go to the next line. If you didn't see it well, like for example, let me give this one. As you can see, let me give with this. You can see the name Matwa Benard is just on top. What if we want to create some space between here? so that at least there is some space then the name. We can come here and we instead put here the break. We can put here the break. We say BR. And we save. So you will see this name will kinda go low. It will slope down. Let me refresh. You see? So the more times you put the break, also the more times the information will go to the next line. Let me copy it and I paste another time. You see? I refresh. Let me save it well. It's here. Save and I refresh. You see it goes to the next line. We can do the same also to this other page. Remember, go to the next page. We can make it to also go low. So we can come here and we put a page break here. Paste. Let me say save. Let me say save. Then we refresh. See the impact that will be shown here. And refresh, it goes low. So that is it. Okay. Now we have seen these ones. The structure, how to create links in a web page, how to import image in a web page, and also the use of the break. When we go further, I will teach you how to make a button, and instead of using the text as a link, we shall use the button as the link. So I just want to go process by process, that is also inside the document. So now we are going to the next one, how to put the background color. So to make the background color, this is the syntax of creating a background color. So within just the body section, you say body BG color, then you name any color that you want. So let's use these pages that we made. Like for example, for this case, let me first go back to the first page. For this first page, let me remove one break so that we can see the link also there. And when you're watching this video, I prefer you go step by step, do not keep on jumping. So what we want to do now, we want to change the background color of this page. Let me give it like a yellow color. So you come here just in the body tag, you say you want BG color. This is the spelling of the color that is recognized. BG color is equals, and you say, let me say like yellow. After you saying yellow ends with W, you save. In other words, we want the color of this web page to be yellow. So from here you just say refresh, and the color indeed changes to yellow. So we go to the next page by clicking the link. We want the background color of this page. Let me say like its tags here. Let me close this one. We want the color of this web page to be like, let's give it like a violet. And close. After that, you save. and from here let me enlarge. You just refresh and the color has changed. So that is it. I want it to at least be showing the text well. Let me change the color to, let me say, gray. After that, I save and I refresh. The color changes. Again, gray is looking awkward. Which color can I give? Let me say pink. I save, refresh. So these colors in codings, they also have their codings. Like for example, hash 00F93. You can see those colors as codes also. At the moment, I'm just using it as the name of the color itself. So these ones, we have put the background color. Our first page is having yellow, and our second page, we can do it by just going to the link. You see, pink. So the next thing that you are going to do, how to make I think you've ever seen a website whereby there is a background image in it. So this is the syntax for making the background image. So you put the body, still in the body tag, you say style equals to, we want the background image. Remember of this syntax, these signs that you are seeing there, the hyphen, then the column, the bracket. This is where the image that you want to be put in the background is put. Then that. The moment, let me see let me go here. Which image can I choose to put as the background? Let's say this one. It is called 002.jpg. 002. So 002. We copy it and we put in our folder that we created called practice. We paste here. So we want this image to appear in the background of our web page. Okay, so in this case I want it to be in page 2. So we go to the coding side. Let me decrease on its size, and we say now that in this body we do not want the background to be having this color. We remove it and we say instead body style, then we say equals, and after that we open the double quotes. We say we want the background. We want the background to be an image, and that image is supposed to come from this source. Let me say this source, that is URL, which is the uniform resource locator in full. Then you open the bracket and you put a single quote and you give the name of this image, and for this case is 002. It is 002.jpg. Then we close it, and now we close the bracket. So after closing the bracket, you put the single comma, let me say the single bracket up, then the closing bracket. After that you put the let me see here. Then we put the semi-colon, then we now close using the double quotes. So this is the syntax of creating a background image. So it's body style, background image. The same way, then you say the column URL, then you do the rest, then you save it, and now we go to our, remember it is in this second page. You want that image to appear, the image which was having a blackboard and some pens on the background. So from here we refresh, so you can see it has been put in the background of the web page. So this one of the website is just at the front, and then the other one is at the back, though now the writings are not seen well. But I want it to be like this because we are going to also work on the fonts, the different ways of formatting fonts, the colors, and also the sizes. So this is how you put the background image in your web page, and this is the syntax. Still just in the body tag, you make an extension of body style equals to background image URL, and then open the bracket, single quotes up. You put the name of the image. For this case, my name of the image, I named it as 002, then .jpg, then close single quotes, close the bracket, semicolon, and then the double quotes, and you close it. This works under the principle of first in, first in, last out. We open this bracket here. It's the last one that we have opened here. This double quotes followed here, and this background what? So you are supposed to put into consideration those syntax, those commas, and the symbols and the signs. You're supposed to put them into consideration. Failure to do that, then you are not going to get the results. And that's the reason as to why those small mistakes are the ones which discourage some students to do codings. But there is, it's all about to master the information. So we go to the next one. We have seen how to put the image at the back of our web page. So from here we go to now. Yes, the image is done. The syntax we have seen. So now we are going to what we call the list. When you talk about the lists, we, as I told you in the previous videos, we have 3 types of lists. We have ordered list, unordered list, and the definition list. And from those lists, they do vary based on their structures. So we are still going to work using the pages that we made. So this is for save. But at the moment, this background image, let me remove it. We shall put it when we are beginning to work with the fonts. So the BG color, let me give it the way it was. Pink. I save it. And I come here and I refresh. So we are going to put this here. So I want to put the list in between the in between the link and the image. So we go to this first web page in its tags. I come here, close this here, our first page index, right click, open with notepad, and now here we want to put the list, and I said the list I want to put in between the passport photo and the link. So you come here and you say, for the list, its syntax is like this. Let me create. You say we want to, let's begin with ordered list. The ordered list, when you make ordered list, it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So we can say like let's say with ordered list or L. Don't put 0L, it's O L. And within that ordered list, you want to put like let's say list LI. But before that, let me first put some heading of what we are going to talk about. Then like the heading. Now we go. This is heading 2. In this heading 2, I want us to call it like let me say like subjects I teach. So I teach ICT and entrepreneurship. Let's say subjects I teach. Then we close heading 2. So from this heading 2, we are going to specify. So list, this is OL is ordered list. Remember, the users are supposed to portray 1, 2, 3, and so on. So list, we say like, for example, the first one ICT, then we close the list LI. Then we put in a lowercase li. Put li. Then another thing still in the list, li simply means list. Then we put here entrepreneurship. Then we put /li, in others, close the list. So from here we close the ordered list, close the OL, and we save. So this one is now done. We are having only 2 items, that is ICT and entrepreneurship. So from here I save, and it's still in the index page. This is our page. Remember, I don't want it to mix with the link. I want to put a break there. So index, and we put a break here. BR, I save. So from here I save, and let's see what will happen here. We refresh, and you see the list has occurred, and it's here. Number 1 ICT, number 2 entrepreneurship. But now, because of that impact of centering the content in the middle, that's why it's appearing with the distance. So let me remove the center. Let me put the center. I cut it, and the center, let it end from here. And I say let it end under the image. So I refresh. So now you can see. This is its subjects I teach. We have 1 ICT, 2 entrepreneurship. So let me also put a definition list. No, let me begin by the unordered list, whereby it has dots. Let me put in the index. Let me go next. Then I say I want to the unordered list. Unordered list is it or actually UL. So from here I come here and I say I want the list. Before that, let me put some heading to also give it a definition. So let me say like heading 3. From here, let me say other subjects. I can teach. Other subjects I can teach. So from here I close heading 3. So which are other subjects that I can teach? Let me say I can teach agriculture. This is the list. Remember, I close it, LI. And apart from agriculture, I can also teach. Let me give it a capital letter in the beginning. Agriculture, I can also teach geography. Geography. And from here I also close the list. So after that, I now finally close the unordered list, that is UL. I save it and I go here and I just refresh. As you can see here, other subjects I teach, I have agriculture and geography. As you can see, the first heading was big, heading 1, heading 2, now heading 3. The sizes keep on reducing in size. Here I can this one is now done. You can see it is having a dot, and in this case it is a square dot. So that's what we call the unordered list. And the unordered list, this is unordered list. This is how it looks like. UL ordered list 1, 2, 3. So we go to the next one, the definition list. The definition list, I remember giving you an example last time. With definition list, let me create some Word document here. Word. Then I say like I can put like a question, or I can say for how long have you been teaching? For how long have you been teaching? Just like a question. Let me enlarge it. Then from here I can say the definition list. So from here I can the act of you giving a paragraph. In other words, your information, your answer to begin in the next slide. This is now the definition data. DD. The definition data. This is what we call, okay, let me first say right. I say this year 2025 marks my 3rd year my third year in the teaching profession. So let me increase on the font size. So this one, the act of you leaving from here, this gap up to here, or using the tab key on your keyboard, this one is what you call the definition data. So let me give it time. So in the definition list, you first assign it for its name, definition list, DL, definition title, like for example in this case, this is the definition title. For how long have you been teaching? Then this is what you call the definition data. So as you can see here, definition title, then the definition data. So this is it, and this information we are going to put it inside the web page. So because I do not want to type again, I come here in our index page, our first page. I give it like heading 3 H3, and I say a question. I pose a question here: for how long have you been teaching? Then I close H3. So from here I put a definition list, DL. I close, and then I want the definition title. The definition title. Okay, let me give this as a teaching experience. Heading A3. Let me cut it instead. Definition title. Let the definition title be that for how long have you been teaching, and I put it definition title. I close it here. Here I can say the teaching experience. Teaching experience. So the teaching experience, then we go to now the definition list. This is now our definition title, and from this definition title I want what we call the definition data. Definition data is DD. So definition data, then we come here. Our result is going to look like this one, this exactly display. So we come here, the definition data, we paste, and now we close the definition data, that is DD, and you save. So now we go back to this one. Let me save it just like that. I see document is okay. So I close. So we are talking about the definition list. As you can see, this one is the definition list. It defines the list. Then the definition title. This is our definition title. For how long have you been teaching? Remember, the heading is teaching experience. Then the definition list. Then the definition title. For how long have you been teaching? Then now the definition data is just like the answer now. This year 2025 marks my third year in the teaching profession. So that is the definition data, and from there we are supposed to now close the definition list, the DL. After that we save. So from here we go to our website. It's supposed to come down here. Let me create more space to differentiate our work with the link. here. Let me create more space here by just putting BR. And I save. So remember, here we have made the definition list. So, and it's here. So what we want, we just refresh. So you can see it's impact here. The teaching experience is what we call the heading number 3. Then we have the definition title. Now then this one is our definition data. So that's it. So you can see now we are doing coding step by step with no any challenge. Everything is moving on successfully. So this is it, and the first one was the ordered list, which is done. We go to this one. Let me just remove the break so that they can be aligned together. I save and I refresh. So the first one is the ordered list, followed by unordered list, then finally the definition list. Let me hope you have seen this one very well. Yeah, we go to another thing now. The list we have finished, the ordered list, unordered list, and the definition list. So the next one we go to using tables. How do you use tables in HTML tags? So with the tables, you first assign a table itself, the table row, the table data. For you to assign a table row, the more rows you put, they create more lines under each other. Then the table data. The more you put the table data, the more that the row is divided between. Like for example, let me give this website that I made, the home page. This one that you are seeing here, I used a table row, and I used one table row, and from that one table row I used 5 table data, of which the 5 table data they were split and it came with home, about us, contacts, services, and the gallery. This was the website that I showed you in the previous video that I made using also the HTML tags. So let me close it. So this one, let's see how we make a table. From here, the table, let's make it in our second page. How? This one. So the table, let's make it here. Let's make it there. So the table for this case, the table, let me give okay, let's first create a table. You open and you say you want a table. You want a table. From this table, you want either the table row. You want it. Like for example, now we are going to use one table row. And from that one table row, you want also to put the table data, TB. Let me put it inside TB. With this TB, you will let me paste it here. TB, you close, Okay, let me just put it aside here. Let me cut it and I put it here. Closing the table, and here we are going to close the table row. And after that, we are going to close also the table itself. We close the table. So this is the syntax of on how you create a table inside your HTML page. And now let's begin. For this case, we have not put anything in the table, and let's see. Let me give an example. Let me run it before doing anything. Let me save, and I come here. It is in our second page. Go to our second page and I refresh. When I refresh, there is nothing showing here. Reason being, I haven't assigned the table it's a border. So let me put the border in this. Let me remove this one. We are done with it. Let me assign this one. Table border. This is the spelling of border. We assign it as a 1. Let's save. I want us to go step by step so that you see the effects. So the moment I put the border, there is some small dot here on top. So already we have made the border. So for us to begin seeing this table, we are supposed to put the table data. Like for example, here I can say, actually we are going to change this table to put on top. Actually, let's put it on top. Table data. We cut it. I want us to make the hero. In other words, something that shows the home tab, the about, the menu, what. Actually, let's make it in page 1. Let me say cut. Let's make it in our first page. Go back to the first page. Let me say, is it according? No, this one is 4. So let's come here. Let's make it in our first page. Open with Notepad. And now I want us to put it exactly above the body. And in this case, I want to put it here. In this case, I want that hero to appear on top of the page. I paste it here. So let's begin. Let me put it sideways so that we can be seeing what we are designing. If I'm to save, I want you to see you are going to see some small dot on top here, on top of the name. So I refresh. You see that dot is here. So for that dot to begin being visible is when we begin filling in the information. Like for example, table data. I want to give, like, let me say home page. Let me put home page. We are going to also link in the other way, but in the long run, home page. So after that, we save, and here we refresh. You see, it is here, but no, I made a mistake. It's supposed to be called the table data. TD. Table data, not TB. Table data. So from here, I save. It's supposed to be inside the table data. I refresh. As you can see now, it is inside the table. This is, let me call it our home page. Then let's say another page. Let's name it like about. So as I told you, let me copy it. The more you put table data within one row, as you can see here, this is only one row. This is one row. I want to show you, then we are going to make another row in the, and so this is one table data. The moment we put another table data, this one row that you are seeing, it will split into others continuously. Like for example, let me name it as let me call it like about. Let me call it about. When I save, so from here you just refresh, you see about has also come. So this is how you put the hero using the table. So from here we can also make more tables. We can also make more tables, of which the more tables I'm going to make it in page, in our second page. So at the moment we are having only 2 pages, so I want us to just concentrate in that. But in case you want to put more things, like you can put here, you can say gallery, and you say gallery. Then you save. After you saving, another, still in this row, another one will be created here. Just refresh, you see gallery comes. So I want us to do something still in tables, like creating more rows to make a reasonable table. And just copy this, but for this case, okay, let me put it on top, and I'm going to define creating more rows in the table. So I say copy, and I go to our second page, open with the notepad, and I put it immediately in the body section. Let me put it above the heading, and I save. After saving, I can come here as through our link here, go to the next page. You see it has also come on top. So this is it. For this case, I want to create more tables under this image. I can come here and I say paste. From here I want to create more tables, and for this I can call it so let me copy this. From this I'm going to make more tables, so I can put like this, paste. That one, now it shows that I'm having 1, 2, 3 table rows, and also the data in between it. So I can press it, Ctrl S to save. Then when I come here and I refresh, you are going to see the table made down here. So this is the table that I've made, and I can edit the informations that are put inside. I come here, I can say let me say like here I want them to be showing like number 1, number 2. Here I say number 1, number 2, number 3. So with this one, these ones, they are going to actually let me remove this. I put here number 2, and here number 3. In other words, I've worked on this first column. So here I can put the second one. I can put a heading as services, about the services. Then here I can, this one is for the service. The first one is done, number 1. Then number 2, I can put the service. Then number 3, here I can put now the picture. So I save. I want you to see what I've made. These ones I want to just leave them blank. These ones I want to leave them blank. I save it, and now I refresh. So I think you can see what I've done. Service, number 1, service. What? And with this, I can create an empty. Let me say number 1 as like SN. Serial number 1. Let me give it as like S/N. Then here number 2, I instead give it as number 1, and this one as number 2. So these ones are just like the basics of how you can edit your table. So from here, when we refresh, you can see how it looks like. Services, let me say like computer maintenance and repair. I want to put here computer maintenance and repair, and here I put like graphics design, and you will see. Now I'm going to input here images inside these boxes. So I can put here services. I can put here like computer repair and maintenance. Then here I can put like graphics design. So let's see step by step what I've made. Graphics design, you can see now. So from here I want to input their images here. I had some images inside this website that I made. Let me just get their names. Next. Graphics design is 004, and let me say 004. and computer maintenance. 004 and computer maintenance. 004 is the graphics design. Let me put the file name of computer maintenance. Before that, remember you're supposed to put them in one folder. 004 and computer maintenance. Copy and we paste them here. So 004, let me see it once again. It's about graphics design. So we can come here in our stuff, services, graphics design. So from here, we can say that the services, the first one, now we are only remaining with the images. So we can say like in this table data, we say table data, we want to put the image. We say table data. We can now put here the image, whereby say img. Let me put in lowercase img. Then we say that is image source. Then we say equals, open them the quotations or the double quotes. Then we say 004.jpg. And from here we close double quotes. After closing double quotes, we close the remember this one is supposed to be 004, not 004. So from here we save, and remember we are supposed to assign it the height and the width. Like for example, we can say width. We want the width to be like the size of let's say the width to be 500, just small in size, and the height to be like something like let's say 700. So that is it. We save, and from here copy. From here we can still use the same syntax. Paste. The name is copy. Then we come here and also paste it. We paste that file extension, the file name and the extension. After that you save. So from here we can now run to our website, and after that we refresh our windows to see images here. So these are the images. As you can see, they are very big, so you're supposed to reduce on the sizes. For example, let me put the height as like let me say 200, and this one I say like 400, and also this width. This width I also put it 200, and this one 400. Let's see the sizes. Save. And they refresh. And still the height is long. Let's reduce on the height. The height 400. Let's put it like also 200, so that it appears like a square. Let's say 200. Then we save and we refresh. So we have done it like SA number 1. So these are the basics of how we can design a table to make something new out of it. So in other words, how we have designed this table, its syntax is like this. This is how we have designed the table. So you can be using your own images, but remember to save and use the exact names of the images that you have made. And keep in mind all these stuffs we are doing within the body section of the website. All of these, they are within the body. As you can see, the body tag is here, the opening body tag and the closing body tag. So that's what we can do about the tables. And in case we want to leave, let me now call them cells unfilled, we use this syntax and NBSP. So that one shows, instead of you not writing anything in the cell, you can just use that. Like for example, we can, let me reduce it small. This is it. So instead of this having number 1, we wanted this cell to just be empty. Want this cell to be empty. We instead just put here, let me see where number 1 is. Number 1 is here. We just put let me show you where it is. This syntax that you put within the table data. So I copy it just and I put here, and instead of number 1, I just remove it. And I paste and NBSP. So by that we shall have a null. Page. Let me save and then refresh. You see, now number 1 has disappeared. So we shall be doing more and more and more. Remember, we still have a lot here. From here in the next video, we are going to talk about how to work with the forms, different types of forms, and how to make the radio buttons, checkboxes, HTML drop down list, how to work with font colors, aligning the text, striking the text, that is using also superscript, subscript, thematic break, or the horizontal line, how to edit it, how to create a button, how to create a marquee, the division, the span, and the other stuffs. We do have a lot to cover still, but so far we have handled this. We have seen the structure of HTML and its meaning, how to link web pages, how to insert images, how to apply a break, a content to move in the next line, how to put a background color of our web page, how to put a background image, how to put the ordered list, unordered list, the definition list, and finally how to create tables and empty cells in the tables. So next time we shall begin with the forms. So have a nice time. Subscribe. We link in the next video. You can also, if you have your colleagues who are in senior 4, you alert them that we are already handling the web design. Let them follow, and the school resumes when we are already somewhere. So next time, thank you.